So how are you supposed to sell when you feel like everything's going sideways, right? When you feel like you're in a time of crisis. You know what that feels like? If you don't know what that feels like, then you will at some point. And if you do know what that feels like, then you may need to be reminded of a few concepts that will help you right the ship when things just don't feel right. I've come up with an acronym. Now, in my defense, I'm not really an acronym guy, but this one kind of presented itself when I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, so I thought it was good enough to go with. But when things are going awry, you need to pare things down. P-A-R-E, pare things down. Like cut out the unwanted stuff and keep the stuff that you need to focus on. Pare, pause, assess, reflect, execute. You need to pause. You need to stop. You need to give yourself some space. You need to think clearly, which means you need to shut off as many distractions as possible so you can understand what is necessary and what is unnecessary. When you pause, you can then assess what needs to be done. Once you know what needs to be done, and make sure you keep your priorities to 3 or fewer. If you've got more than 3 priorities, you've got 0 priorities. Jim Collins says that, and I lean on that in times like these. Once you've assessed what needs to be done, and you've got that list, it's very short, you can reflect on the best way to execute. What is going to be your plan? Who needs to be involved? What needs to be done? Who's doing what, right? This is your planning phase, your planning exercise. And once you've got the plan, it's up to you to execute. Do not get distracted. You can't afford to get distracted. The reason that you narrowed your priorities down to 3 was so that you wouldn't get distracted. Execute mercilessly on those 3 priorities. And once you've got that execution done, things should become clearer. If you've executed and things are still not quite where they need to be, go back, pare it down again. Pause, assess, reflect, execute. This is how you lead, and your customers need you to lead right now.